Bartholomew Kuma is shaping up to be one of One Piece's most tragic characters. Kuma's backstory so far has been gut-wrenching with more to come in the coming chapters. When we first met Kuma on Thriller Bark, he was portrayed as a ruthless former tyrant who seemed unbeatable at the time, and now he's one of One Piece's most wholesome and tragic characters in the series to date. We learned of all the horrible things that Kuma went through, from his family being captured and forced into slavery by the Celestial Dragons, then shortly after his mother and father died by the hands of Celestial Dragons. Kuma was then forced into a slave hunting game on God Valley, and after escaping he got to live a few years in peace, but then the king of the Sorbet Kingdom decided to split the kingdom up in half, and Kuma and Ginny were then thrown in jail and rescued by Dragon and Ivankov. But shortly after joining the Revolutionary Army, Ginny was captured by Celestial Dragons and forced to marry one, and clearly some other dark and twisted things that we won't get into in this video. Kuma then finally was about to see Ginny again 2 years later, after she was thrown out of Marijoa for being sick, only for her to die with a baby Bonnie in her arms saying "I love you, Kuma," which Kuma sadly did not hear. And when our kind-hearted Kuma decided to raise Bonnie as his own, Bonnie sadly contracted the same disease that killed Ginny, which is the Sapphire Scale disease. And to top it off, Kuma had to lie to Bonnie since she thought she was going to be cured by the age of 10, which was actually the complete opposite. We have not even got the Kuma being turned into a mindless cyborg yet, but I'm sure we're going to find out in chapter 1099. So what is Kuma's final mission? In chapter 1071, titled The Hero Deploys, Kuma crashes directly into the red line like it was a mere obstacle in his path to his final destination, which I believe is Egghead Island. Just like Akainu said, where would you have to go? A mere puppet with no mind or will left. I believe that when Bonnie entered the memory bubble and seeing Kuma's memories, they slowly started to return to him, and Kuma's final mission was already activated before Bonnie entered the bubble, which was probably to attack Marijoa and kill Ginny's abuser. But after Bonnie activated his memories, they probably slowly started to return to him, and then Kuma realized that it was most likely Bonnie and that she was going to find out about her past and the truth about her father. Kuma would want to be there for Bonnie to explain as much as he could to her and also protect her. That's why Kuma is going to become the hero of Egghead Island when he lands there. Kuma will allow for the Straw Hats, Bonnie, and Vegapunk and everyone else on the island to escape in one final heroic act, by most likely self-destructing himself, similar to when Netero from Hunter x Hunter self-destructed himself. I'm hoping that Kuma will get to see Luffy as the Sun God Nika to put him at ease before carrying out his final mission. In the previous chapters, we've seen how kind and gentle Kuma was. This most likely ties into why he needed his memories and will removed as a Shichibukai, because he would have had to carry out some horrible missions and also see some horrible things he probably would have not been able to handle letting that happen due to his heroic and kind nature. The government would have wanted to capture Bonnie after learning she was alive and half Celestial Dragon, but Kuma may have offered himself to the government in return for Bonnie's safety. We are already aware that Saturn, Kizaru, and other people in the Marines know of Bonnie being a child, and it was Saturn who gave the order to re-race his free will completely. Saturn also wanted to cover up the fact that Kuma knew of the Sun God Nika, so it was a win-win situation for Saturn if Kuma was a mindless android. I think Kuma's fate has been set in stone since he became a cyborg. He was always going to protect his daughter, no matter what the cost was, no matter the repercussion. Kuma was not going to let anyone else that he loves get taken away. So when Kuma comes crashing down into Egghead Island in one final heroic act to save Bonnie from Saturn, we will witness one of the greatest moments in One Piece to date. Oda has been sitting on this epic story of Bartholomew Kuma for the final saga for a reason. I believe in chapter 1100 we will witness greatness. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. If you could leave a like, comment and sub down below, it'd be greatly appreciated. Anyway, I'm out. Peace.